Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. First off, before anything else, I'm going to say I do not know how well this is going to work with the microphone. Hokey smokes. I mean, yesterday, I have been struggling to get this thing to pick up, well at all. So I make one change yesterday and suddenly it picks up a gnat breathing across the room. One of the reasons my audio was so borked yesterday, it was just audio clipped to the max. Hopefully that's not true today. I hope. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, the second thing I wanted to say before I got stuff written up on my list, but I don't know why my mouse keeps doing weird stuff, but that's just probably me and the ADHD brain. Anyway, though, I have 3 cups of tea a brewing next to me. I've mentioned how I will cook up 3 of them at a time. It's a little bit more than a full liter of water. Generally, I make a cup of green tea, a cup of Earl Grey, and then I try now to have a decaf something instead of 3 just caffeinated cups. But today I ran out of my decaf Earl Grey, so I've got a cup of Tetley black tea going. So, yay, full blast caffeine. Later on it'll just be decaf, and that I'll have, well, I'm going to have to go so that I don't just have 2 cups of chamomile because I don't want to knock myself out. I already have to go a walking, so I got to really go a walking. Yesterday, I did not walk anywhere near as much as I wanted. I wanted to walk to the hospital, down to the library to get that printing done of that one, the Kernathalis, which I'd talked about yesterday. I went to have it printed, but it was broken up into 2 100 some odd page files, and the system will struggle to try and print that, and it failed utterly. And so their suggestion, go home, break it up, re-upload that, retry to print it. So I have 4 50 plus some odd, anywhere from 56 to 59 pages instead of 100 and some odd. So it should print those better. But I couldn't get there yesterday. I started off yesterday, but it was raining pretty hard and my heel was hurting. So I didn't go. I even told the person, though, on Friday that the odds are I won't be able to make it on Saturday. So today I gotta make it there. It has been sounding kind of wet outside, so it probably rained. After going on the trail that one day, I really had to do some questionable balance, and how slick is the stuff I'm stepping on, and can I trust myself to step properly? Or, if I don't, then I get either just 1 foot soaked, 2 feet soaked, or I fall down. Probably not safe to keep going on that until it dries out some. Especially since it was 2 days ago now, that stream was flood choked with water, just massive, and it has been still raining, so probably even worse. So I need to take the long walk, and that's gonna be bad, because that's a close to, it's like 4.5 miles there and back to go. The long road goes on a straight shot. Long road straight from Walmart down to this curvy part of the road, and at the bottom part of the curvy part is the library, and that's like 2.5 miles from where I am. and then you have to wind it all the way back up. So that's a long ways, and I don't know that my heel can really do that. But, I need to exercise, so I'm going to go give it a shot anyway. Yay! Thumbs up for that. Yesterday, though, when I did go walking, even though it hurt, and it hurt less the further I went, where was I going with that? I was able to walk with little to no limp, and plus, if you don't use it, you will lose it. So, doesn't matter if it hurts, I gotta go out there and walk. And I got, from my limping before, just because it alters your gait, it strains muscles that aren't used to being strained in that fashion. So I had just horrific skeletal muscle pain. Squatting and leaning forward, the muscles on the outside of my right hip bone, the femur, it hurt so bad. And then trying to lift my leg up so I could put it on my knee when I was sitting, stretched and stressed those same muscles. That's getting better now that I'm able to walk fairly normally. Thank goodness. What else do I have up here? Here's something that's kind of gross but yet funny at the same time. As I've mentioned before, I had 3 moles shaved off of my back. They weren't really moles. They're keratinous growths. They're moles, except they're thicker, more keratin. So because they were black, and that's a danger color when it comes to if you have moles, black is not a good color. And they were. So they shaved them off and then put just some gauze on them. A day later I came back and they took the gauze off and they said, just watch and see if they get any signs of infection. If so, come back. It's been over a month since it's been done. I had 3 big old scabs on my back. The lowest one, closer to my side, all broke apart and came off, and they didn't shave them off entirely, which is an issue, which I'll talk about in just a bit. But they didn't shave them off entirely, so there's still a little bit of the blackness in there, which it's fine because they were benign, so no issues. And then there were 2 of them that were still chunky. And so I got my back scratcher and I went over one of them, just went scratch scratch, and it exploded. It got caught just right on the back scratcher, made out of, shaped bamboo and cut bamboo. And then when it went scrap, and then got caught, it just and shot bits of scab everywhere. Thing is, though, even after almost 2 months, when it broke up, it tore skin. I bled. How long should this take to heal? The other one, the scab is still quite solid. It will not break apart. It's still in place. How long? And it's not even... Skin grows quickly. And it's not like they just punched dime-sized holes in the skin of my back, because they wouldn't have just put gauze on that. That would have gone straight through to the connective tissue underneath, and then there's muscle underneath that. Your body will weep fluid through that. And any opening in your body is a portal for pathogens. They wouldn't just send you home. They couldn't. The gauze wouldn't have just come off. It would have been stuck. If they punch holes in your skin, they're going to put on one of those. I can't even remember the name though. They're made out of plastic, a kind of porous plastic that can breathe, but yet it holds in fluids. They put that on over your wound, and it sticks to the skin around it, and it holds in fluids. There was none of that. They just shaved it off. And yet, and the thing is, I'm not diabetic either. Every time I've had my blood checked, every time I've had my A1C, which is another better way to check, my A1C is right in the middle where it's supposed to be. My blood sugars have always been great. So I have no ideas what's going on. Yay. So checking out the rest of my list. Oh, here's the thing as well. I've talked before about how I've got visual migraines, except I don't get pain. I just get the weird visual stuff. And this is still happening. I get bright lights a lot. Because I've mentioned I'll get bright lights coming from over there. And there'll be no light. And it'll just get brighter and brighter and brighter until I actually move my head or move my eyes, and that's gone. I have an issue with floaters in my vision, which as you get older becomes more common because the jelly in your eyes gets more dehydrated as you get older, and because of that it fractures and splits, and then you see little bits as you move your eyes, and they float and they travel around in your vision, and you can't look at them because when you move your eye, the jelly inside moves with your eye, and so the floater moves. But I have had, even last night, I imagine it was a floater, but it was moving up in my vision, and then suddenly it got bright, and then brighter and brighter, like it was just on fire, and then faded out. And I have had others, lights that just go, whoa, bright, and then move my eye and gone. Just gone. The brightest ones were years ago, and the oddest one was I had to get up and go to the bathroom. So I was standing in front of the toilet, and it started to do that. And it got bright. It was like a fireworks display was going off out of the toilet as I was trying to urinate, until I moved my eyes and then gone. But I was also just going, oh, this is cool, because I didn't want that to end. That was neat. So I was trying not to look, because I didn't want it to go away. Some of them I'm curious about, some of them I don't. I used to worry until I talked about and read more about them. Now it's been going on so long, I'm not worried about them. But it is weird when stuff gets pixelated or I have motion lines on stuff. These are the ones that hurt. Motion blur, not motion blur, those motion lines, thick, black, jagged lines that'll go around things so it looks like someone's making a cartoon drawing, and those will hurt, but it's not a headache hurt. It's my brain is trying to comprehend the incomprehensible. My brain is trying to comprehend a cosmic horror event and failing, but once I'm past that and it stops, then the cosmic horror event feeling goes away. Now I need to look at my recording software, and I've been going on for 15 minutes. So one last thing I'm going to talk about is, I can't remember who was talking about this or what the entire big point of their video was, but it was a talk about one of the things, how YouTube has changed and what it is as a creator, and the things that if you want to make a big career out of your video and do the chasing trends and making videos in regards to trends, there are a million different ways to thoroughly destroy your self-esteem in the YouTube studio. One of the biggest ones is, and this is why it's so awful, you can go through each video and analyze each video where the most views and replays were to see what was done in that moment so that you can recreate that in the future. So you're trying to recreate all the peaks to get rid of all the valleys for maximum potential. And I always remember this one quote out of that one Incredibles movie. And it's only paraphrased because I only remember it because it's so beautiful. It can be used for everything. But it's like, oh, God, I can't even. ADHD. There. Track each moment on each video as it's watched. So there's only peaks, no valleys. There we go. But the whole point of that whole quote from that movie, if everything is peaks, nothing is peaks. If everything is funny, nothing is funny. If everything is tragedy, nothing is tragedy. If everything is dangerous, nothing is dangerous. Because if everything is dangerous, if you're trying to scan for danger, you just have a solid red block you cannot see through. You have to differentiate and go, okay, these may be dangerous, but the odds of. You always have to threshold things out. If everything is a peak, then nothing is a peak. And the biggest thing that was stressed about all this is all the people that are doing this, except for the zip heads that love math, hate having to do it. Oh boy. And that's, again, another thing that as much as my channel is dead, I enjoy the one facet of that in that I can talk about and do what I want to do. I don't chase trends. I don't try to chase trends. I don't even talk about recent events. I made the channel and all of this. Well, I made the channel for whatever reason, and then I went and did 12 episodes of a Let's Play and then stopped and let it go for years. And it was only after the death of my wife that I needed something to keep me from dying, something to get me out of my head. And the only thing that was here, because my support network collapsed entirely. One day after my wife was dead, I had nothing and no one. For sheer survival, I had to get out of my head, and I reached out and I grabbed YouTube. So I am very appreciative of whatever little fame, because I've had many viral moments in the past. I am grateful I have had these. But those are just gravy on top of the fact that I am still alive and I did not die. People in my situation, especially older men, when their wives die, only have about a 30% chance of survival. And I needed something. And YouTube was here. So I'm not trying to get famous. I'm not trying to get rich, though I wouldn't say no to either of them. I don't want my channel to die. If I could get several thousand views on a video as I have in the past, that'd be awesome. I remember the day thinking, no, it's like, gosh, I'm not even getting 2,000 views on the video anymore. When did I ever get that? I can't even remember that. Maybe that was just a dream I had. Yay! Anyway, though, life is life. But the point being on that one as well, what I was talking about is you can track each video to find what was the best so that your video has no trough, it's only peak, but then it's a flat and level surface again. Nothing stands out. Everything is, that's the new normal. That's not peak, that's normal, because there's no downs. There's just here. And that's unsustainable growth. But welcome to late stage capitalism. Oh well, I'm just being grumpy now. Was there anything else that I want to talk about? Oh! Here, I'll talk about this. I might have mentioned that I was brewing some tea in my mugs that I desperately need to wash. During all the time that I've been talking, 21 minutes and 8 seconds, I need to cut this short soon, this tea has been brewing. This is a cup of Earl Grey tea. Most people I talk to say, gosh, you know, my tea is going to be too strong because I've let it brew for like 5 minutes. This is over 20 minutes it's been brewing. I have accidentally let stuff go stone cold, so it's been brewing for like an hour and a half and then I drink it. Stuff never tastes strong to me though, so at least I can taste it. Whether I just dip it in and then sip it, I can taste it. Whether it's been in there for 45 minutes, I can taste it. I am, thank goodness, not having any loss of taste or any further. My sense of smell has been awful my whole life. I've not had any loss of the smell that I can detect. My eyes have been awful my whole life. I had to convince my parents I can't see when I was in 9th grade. And I've only recently become aware of a slight hearing deficit in this ear, which it could be wax because it's come on fairly quickly that I've noticed it. But it's not anything bad because I can still hear out of that side and really, really well. It's just in comparison, this side hears better than this side now. Yay. Anyway, though, hey, blatant engagement farming. If you could like, comment, share, subscribe, that'd be very cool. Making sure to share only with people who you think would like watching an old man yammer on in an inane fashion about thoroughly incomprehensible subjects. Usually incomprehensible only because of the inane fashion in which they are rambled on about. That'd be very cool. Thumbs up and thank you. And for each one of my Patreon patrons, you beautiful and awesome people, thumbs up and thank you. You help me out a very whole bunch. I wanted to get names together so I could read them out, but ADHD brain. Hopefully I'm able to get them written here. Hopefully I've got enough spoons to do that, at least some of them. Here's hoping. But even if I don't, you are still beautiful and awesome. Thumbs up and thank you. And for everybody that leaves me a comment, you two are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up every comment that YouTube allows me to, and I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me. So it can take me up to 24 hours or so to answer a comment. So if you are actually hoping for an answer, keep checking back. I've sometimes had to take up to 2 days before my nerve compression has let me really answer the comments that I've liked. So you never know. And of course, make sure to check my community tab if you're interested in the nonsense that I post there. I do post non-nonsense periodically, but I also post semi not nonsense and just absolute nonsense. So hey, thumbs up. Check it out, whether it's desktop or on mobile. Yay! And I keep tugging my shirt down, and you can probably tell from how the camera is here. I got me another pair here because of all the weight I got. And so, oh goody, I need to lose all this. I've been so frustrated, and my legs have been swelling up so much now. I've got to talk to my doctor, find out the results as well of my. They did ultrasounds of my veins, so I need to get those checked. Well, not checked, I need the results of those to find out what's going on. So there's stuff I got to find out about. But hopefully, getting out and walking more, my legs will swell less. I'll burn more calories. I'll drop the weight again. That'll be a good thing. Anyway, though, I'm going to edit, render, upload, take care of myself the rest of the day. Hopefully, you can take care of yourself and get done with the things that we'd like to get done. But if you can't, please do not beat yourself up. It will not help you get it done next time, and you deserve better. Thumbs up for that. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, he says as he bonks his pop screen. And that is indeed a very, very good thing, he said, tugging in his shirt. I mean, sometimes I'm okay with my body, sometimes I'm not. I've been heavy my whole life, unfortunately, except for the times when my visit with the person who causes hunger issues, and I'm trying to talk around it because I got zapped by YouTube and my entire video taken down because I talked about problems that I have with food. But I am either too much or too little, to the detriment on either side. I don't know how to go down the center. I'm always one extreme or the other, and that's my whole life. It's been very frustrating. Yay! I've been trauma dumping. Thumbs up for that. You take care and talk to you later. I gotta hit the stop recording button. I can do that.